Yeah, I'm from the middle finger, I'm from the east side. Yeah, shit. It's still on. EA, Brick City. Yeah, Licks, all that shit. Sticks, all this shit.
Yes, people, welcome back to another stream on the channel. This is your game week 34 review and your midweek predictions for this week. For now, I am by myself. For now, I'm expecting Manny and Mr. B to join very, very soon. But yeah, they'll join soon. I didn't want to be late, even though I'm a bit 4-5 minutes late. But guys, just ease on me for now, for today. But yeah, we're going to be talking about Premier League plus FA Cup results that happened on the weekend. Obviously, we've got games tomorrow, Wednesday, Thursday, I believe. So, got quite a few games to talk about, really. We're going to try do it as short as possible. I don't want to keep it going long and long and long. But yeah, let me go through the comments first. We got Stepsy here saying big up to you, Stepsy, mate. Hope you're doing well. And hope everything is good as well. Let me just update the banners, but make sure if you're tuning in right now from Twitter, please go on the YouTube channel or football and drop a sub if you haven't already. I would much appreciate that. YouTube seems to be taking away subs from us, so I think we're now 10 or 11 away from 500, but it is what it is, really. But yeah, first thing is Brentford, but I'm going to leave that. I'm going to leave it for that. Give me 1 sec. Cool. Yeah, a bit up to you, Stepsy. But yeah, let's get into it. So Brentford, I will talk about after. Burnley 4-1 win. Actually, you know what? I might as well start with Manchester United recent result. What an embarrassment! What an embarrassment of a performance. I mean, first 70 minutes, thought we controlled it well. But the thing is, we've been controlling. We don't control games well recently, but Coventry allowed us to have the ball. But then we just bottle it and then allow them to get 3 goals, which is kind of embarrassing. And then we have Ten Hag saying it's not an embarrassment, it's an achievement according to him. Well, I'm sorry, Ten Hag, mate. It's both. Yeah, it's both. Because you're conceding 3 goals in 20 minutes against Coventry, right? Well, they're 8th in the Championship. 3 goals in 20 minutes. You're taking off Garnacho for what? Because I think there's a stat that someone put up on Twitter, yeah. The amount of times he's taken off Garnacho and the goals that we've conceded as well. So, yeah, do Luton, I'm leaving. I mean, Stepsy, it's up to you, man. You can stay in the chat, but listen, at least you're not on the stream to talk about Luton, so, yeah, but it is what it is. But I'm just sorry, yeah, but Ten Hag, for me, I think he's gone at the end of the season. I really do. I think they're going to part ways. We're linked with Thomas Tuchel. That's the recent rumour. Apparently, Ratcliffe likes him. If we do get Tuchel, this club's finished. And I'm warning Ineos. Yeah. If you get Tuchel, I'm Ineos out. Straight away. That guy's So I'm not going to use words what I was going to say, but that guy is not good enough. Yeah. Nowhere near good enough to be Manchester United. Listen, as a coach himself, he's okay. He's a good coach. But to take Manchester United up, I just don't think he can handle big egos for me. So, I mean, no manager has handled big egos well, if you look at Paul's Fergie. But, yeah, Mr. B should be here shortly. He is a bit late. So, please, when he joins, put hashtag Mr. B late, please. Just spam it. I won't even report you guys. Just spam hashtag Mr. B late when he joins. So yeah. But listen, Tanag, I'm sorry, but you got outclassed by Mark Robbins, who is the same guy that saved Sir Alex's job. So I don't know what happened there. Stream mode again. But listen, it's embarrassing, man. It really is. But the thing about Tanag is he looks at the bigger picture. He looks at the bigger picture and saying, you know what? We made it to the final. We should be proud. So yeah. Money is here as well. Just add him. Big up, Money. How you doing?
Yeah, good, thanks. Listen, let me just say I'm sorry for being a little bit late. I know you started the stream about 7 minutes ago, and I was just on my way home and had a few hiccups. But how much did I miss?
No, not much really. I'm talking about Man United, the latest results. So you didn't miss anything really. Don't worry. So I'm just delving into how Ten Hag is an absolute fraud. He's a fraud, Manny. This guy is a fraud. Yeah, Mark Robbins outclassed this guy. You know.
Yeah. Listen, I actually didn't really see very much of that game until I think it was the last 10 minutes or so of normal time. And that was when I found that Callum O'Hare had scored that deflected goal, which put Coventry 2-3 behind. And then when Haji Wright scored that penalty, I mean, I was literally thinking to myself, I tuned in at the right time because I mean, bottling a 3-0 lead would not have looked really good on you, and I do realize obviously that there would have been a lot of really heavy heavy opinions, really. And I just don't know what happened so drastically that made you concede that many. I mean, if I can ask you something, do you think the experiment with Casemiro as a centre-back was a success or a failure?
Casemiro, look, I mean, obviously he's playing out of position. Let me add Mr. B now. Big up, Mr. B.
Yeah, big up, lads. How you doing? All right?
I don't think I'm good, man. How are you?
Yeah, cool. We're not too bad.
That's good. But for me, yeah, with Casemiro, listen, I don't think it was that bad. But Ten Hag has the thing about his mobility. Yeah, he's not the fastest. Yeah, and that Sims striker that Coventry had, he was causing us problems with pace. But look, for me, if you're playing Casemiro centre back, I'm sorry, but you cannot play McTominay in that midfield. I'm sorry. Yes, I know he scored. He scored a good goal. Well, it was a good tapping for him, but his overall play for McTominay, that second goal, yeah. Why are you jogging back, mate? Because you can't even put a tackle. Thing is, yeah, he doesn't want to put a tackle in. So listen, for me, he does it. Whoever, any Manchester United fans or any players that celebrated yesterday, hang your head up in shame, mate. I think it was Anthony who cupped his ears. Disgraceful, Anthony. You are a disgrace, mate. Cupping your ears to Coventry. Who do you think you are, mate? Honestly.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Shouldn't be doing that. You were so lucky to get through. You're lucky.
What a shameful player.
Yeah.
So for me, look, and Eric Tenor, man, oh my God. If he's here next season, yeah, that Ratcliffe guy, man, I'm going to have some questions. But listen, there's no good managers out there, really, because we're linked with Thomas Tuchel. That's our recent rumour now. Thomas Fraud Tuchel, yeah, that fraud German guy that I do not want near my side, yeah. Because Manny knows.
You want Southgate. You want Southgate.
Thomas Tuchel is a fraud. Yeah, fraud. But listen, look, for me, I understand, yeah. At Manchester United Football Club, we've always blamed the managers over and over again. I understand, yeah. These players are bottle jobs. Half of these players are bottle
it's
jobs.
not down to the managers, is it? No,
Clear them out.
it's not.
Clear them out, man. Clear them out. Clear them out. Clear them out. But listen, Mr. B, big up to you. What was your thoughts on the Coventry night game?
I thought it was a great game, though. Great game for the neutral, this one, I'll tell you. And much better than the Man City one. That was bloody boring.
Would you say this is the best? Would you guys say this is the best semi-final you've watched, guys, or is there any other game?
Well, there probably maybe have been better than this in the past, but I think this is a great modern one, recent one. One of the best recent, probably. But, you know, you go back all the way back to other, you know, big ones. What was I think there was a Palace. Was it Palace and Liverpool, Manny? Do you remember that one? I think, was it 4-3 or 4-0 or something?
Yeah. I don't really remember that because I don't think I was. I only started watching football really the following season. I do know that Liverpool won the league that year, but Palace obviously, you know, denied Liverpool a double for the second year in succession. And previously, of course, in the previous year, Liverpool won the FA Cup but lost the league to us. So I do vaguely. I didn't see that match, but I do vaguely remember some details of it. That was one great one, but obviously as an Arsenal fan,
I think it was 1990, Manny. I think it was. I'm sure it's Palace and Liverpool. I think it was 4-4, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
Didn't it go to extra time? Whatever. Yeah. Someone else might tell us in here that might know. Steve Stepsy might know.
Next at home. If you don't that, he will be on borrowed time.
I'm on the mobile. So
I am saving my prediction. Man United Sheffield United, I'm going to save that when we come to that. Because I swear to God, I am not confident of my team being Sheffield United at home. But listen, we'll get on to that.
I thought it was disgraceful, though, Orist, about that, the cup in the years. Disgraceful. You know, you're lucky to do it. You're lucky to win. Coventry should have won that.
He's so lucky that no Coventry players attacked him, you know. He's so lucky no one went up to him because that is absolutely a disgrace.
He's getting one of them, mate. One of them in the face, mate.
By the way, Tanog, I'm sorry, but you are.
You bet.
Bogged my mind now. I don't know what Dutch weed you have been smoking recently, but I'm sorry, the quotes you have been saying post-match interviews, all of the United fans have been against whatever you've been saying. But listen, Coventry game is out of the way. We're going to talk about the first game that happened, and oh my goodness. Listen, I'm not even laughing.
Stepsy, leave the live chat, mate. If you can, it might be best.
If I'm being honest, I still reckon Luton up, you know. Luton, I still reckon Luton will stay up, you know. Stepsy, I told you privately, I like your team. I like your team. The way they've been playing this season, I like it. I like Rob Edwards,
Yeah,
but
deserves to stay up. He's gone. He's gone.
Fine, he did tell me. He'll be back after, but Mr. B, man, talk to me. 5 goals. You might as well sing the music. I got 5 on it. I don't know, man.
I didn't know this was going to happen, or believe me, I didn't have a clue, man.
I said, Mr. B, I said 2-1 Luton. I said 2-1 Luton in my prediction.
I had 1-1, and I've got no way.
Talk to me, Mr. B.
How are we getting 5 goals here against Luton, man? How are we doing it? You know, but you know, I don't think Luton were at it again. I really don't. But we were awesome. You know, give us credit. We were fantastic on Saturday. That's our best performance, I think, all season. You know, and there ain't been many. So that's been one of the major performances we produced. But look at all the players we had back. We had them back, Bomo and all that, and we done it all without Tony as well. So good, isn't it? We don't need Tony, and we don't want him either. So good riddance as far as I'm concerned. He can bugger off wherever he goes. Arsenal, United, whatever, Liverpool. Good riddance, you know. We take the money. And they can have him. They rip their hands off. Whatever they're, willing to pay, we'll take it. And then we're moving on. We got to replace. We got good enough here anyway. You can see what we got. Lewis Potter. We got Visser. We got Bomo. You know, what attacking richness we got. Shardy as well. Don't forget him. He came back and scored. And look at this. He wanted a hat trick. The guy wanted a hat trick, and he was pissed off for being taken off. And I feel for him. I really do. Because Frank should have left him on and let him get his hat trick. Because that would be me. I'd be peed off about that. I wouldn't be happy. But I'm glad about that. I'm glad that somebody's like that, hungry to score for us. He's really hungry and he wants to be here and score goals, man. You know, I think that's brilliant. And, you know, it just shows that we have got enough good players without Tony. We're not a one-man team. It proves that. We are not a one-man team.
Yeah.
And, you know, we're getting replacements in. We got Igor Thiago to come in. We signed him. Maybe getting Smodics. You never know. Maybe, or Sargent. And there's even talk of Dewsbury Hall as well from Leicester. So, you know, we are looking for the replacements, mate. You know, we're going in big, man. And we could have a team next season to do something, you know. Win something, maybe a trophy. I mean, obviously, we'll never be the Premier. We know that. We'll never be that good for that. But, you know, something, even Europe, get Europe. You know, we nearly got there before. So, you know, there could be something happening here next season. You know, I'm actually getting excited for a change now. You know, I was down in the dumps. I wanted Frank out. I was peed off with our team. I thought, what's going on here? You know, it's a bad season, a terrible season. But now I'm getting more excited, lads, you know. I'm more happier now with the way it's going. And I think if Frank stays, it's great. I actually want him to stay now, and I want him to go back to what he was doing before. And he started doing that. I can see that now in these recent games. And who'd have thought? I think Luton was shocked that we went to 3 up front, you know, that we were that attacking. I think it surprised them, you know. You know, 3 up front. We don't do that. We defend. We go back. We try and defend. We you know, hit teams on the counter and stuff like that. So, you know, it was a shock for them. And I think we totally done. We were all over them. They hardly had a kick, you know. They got one goal. That spoiled it. Them scoring a goal, maybe. But you know, for Flecken, our goalie, you know, I don't rate the guy generally, but I think he's doing all right now. You know, he's actually producing something. Maybe he is worth that money. Maybe he is a Dutch international, which he is. He plays for the Dutch, so he can't be that bad, can he? You know. So anyway, man, I've done enough talking. But you know, I was excited. You know, I'm so excited about this now. You know, carry this on. We've got Everton next. Ideal, another 3-pointer, surely. You know.
Yeah, Manny. What's your thoughts, Manny?
Yeah, well, I didn't see the game, obviously, because I was out almost the whole day, and my focus was getting home and having a good meal and making sure that I would catch the Wolves-Arsenal game. But I did see the highlights on the Premier League channel's weekend wrap. And just give me a couple of seconds, because I'm actually going to log in on my PC.
No worries, man. No worries. Yeah, no worries. But I'll give.
He's been at the James, isn't he? The
But
gym.
yeah, good win for Brentford, man. Like, I did not expect that 5 goals. Like, no one thought. When was the last time you guys even scored 5 goals, man? Like, you scored 4 against
We haven't scored 5 in the Premier, Boris. We've never scored 5 in the Premier. That's the first time we got 5 goals.
So I know you guys definitely got 4 against my club, but not 5. But yeah, man.
We got 4, but you know, we actually beat Luton 7-0 before. Do you know that? We beat them, I think, was it a few seasons ago? We beat them 7-0. I think in the might be in the Championship or whatever. We actually beat them 7-0.
But
before.
the thing is, I do feel bad for Luton because they do have injuries, man. I've seen that injury list.
Yeah, I do. I do feel sorry for them. And I hope they do stay up. I like them. I like that team a lot. You know, Luton. They're a breath of fresh air. You know, for the Premier. So yeah, I hope they stay up.
They are, and obviously it will remain to be seen, but this particular result obviously would have been damaging for them and also their goal difference. And I'll tell you something. It was amazing seeing Brentford being able to sort of move through the Luton defence, going through the lines and making sure they had their shooting boots on. And I think it's fair to say that you never know what you can do until you get a talking to. And I think Thomas Frank, whatever he said to the boys before the game, it's worked a treat. That was almost as perfect a performance as you would expect. I wouldn't go so far to say, who needs Ivan Toney, because you still have a few games to play in the season. He could still play a role. But I think it is fair to say that with Ollie Watkins continuing to prove why he's such a magnificent player, and we will come to Villa Bournemouth later on, I think it's fair to say that Toney's England chances have gone up in smoke. But, maybe next season he'll start to become a little bit more humble, wind his neck in, put his head down and work a little bit. And, things could end up, turning out well for him. He might need to leave Brentford, obviously. I think things have run his course between him and you lot there. And, you did mention the list of replacements. How likely do you think, though, that you'll be getting Jonathan David?
Not now. I think it's been confirmed he's going elsewhere, Manny. I believe it's confirmed he's going to a different team. I can't remember where it is, but I know they said he is going somewhere else, abroad. So he's not even coming to the Premiership. So, so we're not getting him. I always thought that was a dream, really, a fantasy. It was like a speculation, a rumour that was never going to come true. And but we can still get other good players. We have got players in our sights. Dewsbury Hall. If we can get him, apparently he could be 70 million though. Dewsbury Hall.
What?
Yeah, apparently he could be. Yeah,
crazy, man.
That is mad, isn't it? But
Dewsbury Hall's a good talent. He's a good he's a good talent. Yeah, go ahead.
I mean, we have got that money. Believe it or not, we've got some money. We're not skint. We're not a really small club without any money. We've got it. But whether we could go to that much to pay for him, I don't know. I mean, we go within our means generally and buy within our means and then sell them on for more, the players on for more money. So I don't know. It would be great. I mean, we're getting Igor Thiago. We're definitely getting him. I think maybe we might just get Sargent instead of Schmodic, because I think Schmodic might go elsewhere. So we might just get. I wouldn't mind Sargent. I think he's decent. I think he's not a bad player. He gets goals. He has played in the Premiership before, so I think he's capable enough. So we are looking. We are definitely. We're not standing still now. We're going to look for next season. Forget this season because it has been a bit of a write-off, to be honest. But the end of the season, he's actually going really well now. We're finishing well. I think we got like 6 unbeaten now. This is. So, we got Everton next, and I'm sure we can get 3 points. I really think we can there. They're struggling.
I think you will, but it depends what. But yeah, we do have a break. Not breaking news, but something that I just seen now on Twitter that apparently Ruben Amorim has left for London on a private jet provided by West Ham. He is now He's now going to talk to West Ham. Liverpool, where are you, mate? Where are you?
Bye, Liverpool.
Next game, because we've got so many games to talk about. Sheffield United won for Burnley. I mean, is anyone surprised?
I am.
Company actually got a win, so maybe I am surprised. Yeah, so 4 goals on the Burnley.
I mean, Sheffield United to win this, guys. Sheffield United to win.
I think I had the draw or Sheffield United win, to be honest. But yeah. That's about it, really. Manny, do you have any comments about this game? Or
I had Burnley beating. I don't quite remember. I don't quite remember if I predicted a Desmond between the two teams or a Burnley win.
I thought you had Burnley to win, Manny.
I might have. Yeah, you're right, Steve. And I think one takeaway we can have here is that Arjen Muric should have been the starting goalkeeper for Burnley from the beginning of the season. I know that Trafford was the name on everyone's lips after his heroic performances for England in the Euro under 17s, but expecting him to step up to the Premier League and having him concede all of those goals and seeing Burnley lose, you can't just destroy the bloke's confidence like that. And if Company had displayed that proactivity, maybe that could have been a factor in Burnley getting some more points and possibly, staying in the Premiership, because full marks to the bloke. He had a fine game, making some brilliant saves. Was beaten by, a good strike from Hamer, but it was a hammer blow from Hamer, as it were.
Yeah.
But
do you think Burnley, it's too late for Manny? Do you think it's too late for Burnley now?
I actually do, in a way. I actually do. Because listen, you come to a stage of the season where you can pretty much have a really good ending to it and maybe get some points, but I just don't think that their run-in is going to be really kind to them, and I think it is going to be too little, too late. And if Company had been a little bit more proactive and looked to change things which weren't working, maybe Burnley could have done a lot more. But as a cricket fan, you'll remember, of course, our legendary Sikh of Tweak, Mudson Singh Panesar. I absolutely loved him as a bowler, obviously, but Shane Warne ironically did put him in his list of 100 greatest cricketers. Lord rest his soul, of course. But he later on would go on to criticize Monty by saying that he hasn't played as many tests as he has. He's played the same test that many times, and I think it's fair to say that Burnley were playing the same game about 25, 30 odd times, 25 times or so, before finally Company decided enough is enough and changes have to be made. And you can't be that naive. You can't be that naive. And having played, obviously, with the Premiership champions at the time and winning a few titles with City, you'd think the Company would have known better. But it is going to be a learning curve. And if Burnley end up keeping him and next season they do end up coming back to the Premiership again, you would think that he'd be a little bit smarter and wiser for the experience. But as far as Sheffield United are concerned, they're just doomed. They really are. And you know what? I am literally laughing as an Arsenal fan at how they could get Austin Trusty from us. That bloke has been making so many errors in the Sheffield United defence. And yet while they continue... Yeah, I mean, Austin is far from trusty as a defender, believe you me. And how Wilder continues to play him, I have no idea. Whether it's Ivo Gerbic or Wes Fotheringham, I don't think any goalkeeper has a chance with that poor back line of theirs. And, it is bye-bye to them. And I think even for Burnley, it is too late. Luton could still, in theory, always have a chance. But even with the sad part is that even with Nottingham Forest losing today, you just think that Luton are a little bit more behind the 8 ball. And it really would be sad to see the teams that came up last season being the ones that go all the way back down. I know a lot of people would love to see Nottingham Forest go down. And if I were, we'll obviously talk about them a little bit, but if I were Ibrahim Sangare and Gonzalo Montiel, I'd be thinking, why did I give up playing Champions League football for my club against Arsenal this season to slum it in Nottingham and see the team go through a relegation battle?
Go down to the Championship and play in there,
Yeah.
Well,
Sheffield are doomed, but for Burnley, it's too little too late. I hope that sums it up.
To be honest, I still think Everton are going down, Manny. I really do. I think they are going down, Everton. So... I know they won the other day. I was a bit surprised that they won. Who got the goals? I'm trying to think now. Calvert-Lewin in that. Was it Calvert-Lewin? I think he scored, didn't he? And
yeah.
No, I can't remember who got the other one. But it was that other guy, McNeil. McNeil got the second. Great goal.
Oh yeah, Dwight McNeil.
Former Manchester United
what a strike that was.
In off the post, wasn't it? Yeah. What a goal, yeah. So I think I'll just echo what Manny was saying there, really. I think Burnley is too little too late, to be honest. If he had changed it earlier in the season, he kept playing the same way they were doing in the Championship, and you can't do that in the Premier. You just can't. You got to adapt. You got to adapt properly. I mean, you could see it almost with us. We sort of adapted. We had to adapt when we came up. And, you know, okay, can't say we were a mega attacking team, but we did play a lot better attacking football in the Championship. But we knew we had to defend properly and you know, do things properly when we came up. And Burnley haven't done that. And Company just kept doing the same thing all the time. And you can't. You'll be destroyed in the Premier that way. And now he's done it. It's just too late. And, you know, they're obviously going to go down. Their man, Sheffield United. I don't know if Chris Wilder will stay at Sheffield United. I expect they'll keep him. Being in the Championship, they think he can get them back up. So,
yeah.
But you know, I still think Everton as well. I think Everton will go down this time. They've been skirting around that area for too long without going down, and now I think they will with the points deduction as well. All that to come, you know, and Forest of course. But yeah, I think this all could save Luton in the end. And they've got 4 games to go, haven't they, to probably pretty much win them all to stay up, but Luton. But I still think that points deduction to come into play at the end of the day. So, and I think, oh yeah, did you see that thing that is it Forest have lodged an appeal against all them handballs? Should have been penalties. I think it was this Saturday.
I saw that
yesterday. Yeah. But they could have had 3 penalties, couldn't they?
We'll go on to that. Don't worry. We'll get on to that.
Yeah, sorry. Sorry, guys. Yeah.
Yeah, no worries. But yeah, moving on. Arsenal.
Yeah, man.
2-0, clean sheet. Obviously, Arteta's records now. Like, man, he's surely on the scene now. Yeah.
No. First of all, big up to my Angolan Portuguese brother Northside. He literally went in on this team afterwards. I mean, look, yes, we won 2-0, and of course, both goals were scored very near the ends of each half. Trossard with a wonderful strike, escaping some pretty poor Wolves defending.
It was a great goal.
Yeah, it was.
And Odegaard, you know, with really a casual shot which went in between Jose Sar's legs and into the goal to sort of wrap it up with a ribbon and a rosette.
Just ignore this man, what he does. Ignore what he does, man.
Yeah, I do. I always ignore what he does. I mean, sometimes he can be. Yeah, I know how he is. He's young. He'll mature. And anyway, you deserve that. Anyway, you know, for most parts of the game, though, I mean, I do remember predicting a 2-2 draw, if only because whenever I predicted a draw, we've gone on to win. Ollie will remember that. But I guess really I sort of overestimated Wolves in a way because the injuries really did take their toll. I know that Nuri came on as a replacement with 15 minutes to go, but that was really all for which he could play. And the thing is, though, that for several parts of the game, they were actually, you know, negating our play and not really allowing us too much of a sniff. And before we scored in the first half, Raya had to make a pretty good reflex save, pretty much. As I said, though, Emi Martinez gobbles that up. And
there we go.
Yeah, so it was a decent save, really. And because you know, he's not very tall, Raya, obviously he has to you know, try and stop that. But and again, he was lucky that it went off the post and away. And yeah, we did keep a clean sheet, but we weren't really creating very much. And several of Wolves' unheralded players, I believe they handed a teenager his start, a Zimbabwean teenager. I don't quite remember what his name was. I can look that up right now. And they actually, you know, were negating us a great deal. Struggling, and it wasn't really a good sight to see. Eventually, I would say that the 2 goals flattered us, but we are playing Chelsea tomorrow, and I know that quite a few people are doing some previews. I know that Nipun Sharma will be doing a preview. Maybe if I could join him there, that would be good. NS Sports TV, of course, big up to him. And I'll tell you what, we're coming up against a Chelsea team that Palmer might miss that, so maybe that'll give us a chance. But we just struggle to. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, it's fine now.
Yeah.
Can you hear me now? Yeah. So,
Yeah.
the fact that we struggled like this again, and once again Havertz was pretty much useless in a way, it is a bit of a worry because the reason why people were justifying him starting more and more games is because he was scoring some goals, but the goals have actually dried up with him. And now, at least having Trossard in the team, you know that you will get some technical ability, you will have some urgency, and it's worked pretty well. But once again, Bukayo Saka didn't have much of a game. Neither did, Jesus had an assist, but didn't really do very much. And so we've got some issues with our team. And I wouldn't write off this Chelsea side because they're obviously going to come to the Emirates and they're going to try to make sure that they can do to that they can put a number on us. Although Cole Palmer's expected absence will be a big boost for us, believe you me. But we need to make sure that we improve our performance up against this Chelsea side. And apparently, Chelsea fans given an update. Chilwell, Gusto, and Palmer might be out tomorrow. Chilwell won't be that much of a loss, but Gusto might be, and Palmer, Palmer definitely would be a loss. Yeah, and both of them, of course, did quite well in the semi-final of the FA Cup against City, I think. So how Pochettino rejigs his 11 will remain to be seen. But, we got the 3 points, but we have to improve our play because we don't have the kindest run-in. We've got to travel to the Tottenham Stadium for the North London Derby. We've got to head over to your neck of the woods, Oris, to take on a Manchester United team that is Jekyll and Hyde, but always has a tendency to raise its performances against the bigger teams. And
Jammy United. Yeah.
You bet. So 3 points, I'll take it. I'm not looking at gift horse in its mouth necessarily, but if we're honest with ourselves, we know that we have to really, really improve. And all this stuff about keeping 6 clean sheets away from home consecutively, it's not going to mean anything if we don't win the big trophy at the end of the season. And that's one of the reasons why I always say that Golden Gloves awards are going to be overrated in a way, because David Raya may have kept 13 clean sheets, and he will be in pole position to win that award. But nobody can tell me that he's been the best goalkeeper in the league. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Listen, for me, credits to Arsenal. Obviously, I do understand that you didn't play to your best, but you still won 2-0. Clean sheet again. But listen, sometimes in football, you just have to go there and just get the result. The results matter for me. The results are important. So 3 points, 3 points. But listen, tough test this tomorrow. But obviously, we'll delve into that later. But yeah, good with Arsenal football. Wolverhampton, I thought Gary Neal. I think he spot on what he said after the match that his side could have done better. But yeah, I thought 2 teams that are on good form, like Wolves, Gary Neal. I think they've been like hit and miss recently. But listen, man, I think he's done a very good job there. No one can deny that. And also in the Premier League, I think obviously they're just focusing on that because they're out of Europe. So I think their only focus is Premier League. So let's see what they do, because obviously they don't have to play Sunday, Tuesdays, Saturdays. I mean, Saturday and Tuesday. So yeah, so none of that fixtures like Klopp moans about. So let's see if Arsenal can do it. But Mr. D, over to you now. 2-0 Arsenal win. What do you think?
Yeah, well, it's comfortable in the end. I know I had this score 2-0 Arsenal when I predicted it. So at least I got this one right. But yeah, I thought I don't think it was that great a game, to be honest. I thought it was a bit poor, the game. I think Wolves were all right. They've done some good stuff at times. I do rate them. I rate this team. Gary O'Neill's a class manager. May take them to Europe. I don't know. Could still happen. But I think Arsenal just about had enough, really, here. And they had enough of Wolves in the end. And Trossard with a class goal, great goal. That was quality goal. And obviously, what's that? Odegaard somehow got it in at the near post, at a tight angle somehow past the goalie. But it was a decent goal that as well. But But yeah, I think Arsenal done well, and I say Raya was what a save he made. Well class save. I think you'll see the best of him next year, Manny. Anyway, Raya now, and I think he will come into his own properly next season, and it'll be even better for you lot. But now I don't know what's going to happen with Ramsdale. Apparently he's going, isn't he? I've heard he's definitely going to leave. I think he has. Wasn't he been linked with Wolves apparently, or someone else? Ramsdale.
Yeah, I think he has been linked with Wolves, possibly as a replacement for Jose Sarr, who could be heading over to the Middle East. And I know that Newcastle might be his preferred destination, especially if Martin Dubravka were to leave after having a good Euros with Slovakia and maybe having a good offer for him. He might definitely leave.
Yeah.
The competition between Ramsdale and Pope will do both of them and England a world of good. I'm not going to, shed a tear for Ramsdale, but I will wish him good luck.
Yeah, of course. But yeah, like I said, I'm just to end this game. For me, good. I think it's a good result for Arsenal, and yeah, they got big games coming up for them. So let's see. Next one we do have is this game. City 1, Chelsea 0 in the FA Cup. For me,
boring game.
Chelsea, man. Nicholas Jackson, man. Oh my god, man. Oh my god. Like, come on. How can you be so bad, man? Like, take on your chances. Like, I know you're asking for motivation, you're asking Asher Wet for motivation, but come on, man. You can do better than that. So for me, listen. I thought the thing is, there's no Chelsea fans blaming Pochettino for this, which is very good. Because there's no way that it was his fault. Because I thought the way he set up was probably Chelsea's best game this season, in my opinion. Because they was going at City, and I thought City very, very tired. And obviously Pep did say that after the game. So listen, Chelsea, the opportunity was there for you, but they just didn't take it really. But the handball from Jack Grealish. Come on now.
Yeah.
And who was it? Mike Oliver decided to give it to a goal kick instead of a corner, which was embarrassing as well.
Yeah.
I mean, what
terrible,
is wrong?
man. Terrible.
Decisions, man. Like,
yeah, fucking disgusting, man. Sorry for swearing. But...
The inconsistency is right there, mate, because Grealish one is not a penalty, but Wan-Bissaka one is a penalty. I just don't. For me, when someone tells me what's the handball rule, I'm just going to tell them I don't know. Because I actually don't know what the handball rule is anymore in football. So, look, but yeah, for me, looks. I know we got to see in the final. Should be fun. But yeah, it's up to us to turn up. But City, for me, look, I'm not saying that we have a chance, but City do look tired. So yeah, but listen, fair play to City for getting a win. But for me, the handball, Grealish, I think that's a shame that the VR didn't even check or intervene. So, Mr. B, what was your thoughts?
I thought it was a boring game, man. I was watching it. I thought I'd just watch paint dry and watch this, to be honest. But I thought it was going to be a really good game. I thought there's going to be loads of goals here. I thought it was going to be really exciting. And the other semi-final proved to be the better one. United and Coventry was the better, much more happening there. It was really exciting, that game. And this one. But, I think City took their chance in the end. And that was clinical. They were clinical enough. As you say, Jackson, he don't look a really prolific scorer. He's not a natural finisher for me. I don't think he's a natural scorer. So he's got to work on it. And they need somebody who can really put the ball in the back of the net. And Palmer didn't this time. So, it's a shame for them. But I think onwards and upwards. I still don't think you can underestimate Chelsea. I don't think Arsenal should in that game tomorrow. So, is it tomorrow or tonight? The game tomorrow, isn't it? Is it tomorrow?
Yeah, Arsenal versus Chelsea is tomorrow.
Yeah. So you can't underestimate Chelsea at all. because I think they want to come back from this. They won't be happy with this. I wouldn't have thought.
Okay, sorry, but we just got an exclusive.
All right.
Ten Hag will effectively be on trial over the next month as Manchester United new technical director Jason Wilcox conducts an audit of the manager's credentials and dressing room relations before the club makes a final decision on the Dutchman's future. Okay.
What do you think about that one, Horace?
I'll get on to it when we get to Sheffield United, but sorry for cutting you off. Yeah, continue.
That's all right, mate. Yeah, I was just saying it. I just thought City sort of took their chance in the end, and they had the extra bit of class to finish it off, and Chelsea were just left reeling and just left wondering what might have been, you know. With all the chance, they did have a few chances, so they probably could have won, but. You know, I think the City were probably just a bit better in the end, and probably just a bit better team got through, nicked through. And it's good, obviously, a Manchester derby. Only just a Manchester derby, but it is. So it could be a good one. Looking forward to it. Should be a good one, you think? But I think both teams' defences. I think City's defence will be better, more stronger than United's, but. Yeah, we'll see anyway. It should be a good one. But, yeah, that's my thoughts anyway. So,
yeah, so there's another exclusive coming out again. I don't know what's going on today, but Mail Sport understands that Rasmus Højlund complained that Bruno Fernandes wasn't passing to him enough. We understand Ten Hag is said to have torn into the Manchester United players in the dressing room for the game against Coventry yesterday. He was furious that United had allowed another game that was under their control to get away from them. I mean, listen, all these leaks coming out, man. What this Manchester Football Club, yeah. When we don't get results, I know we got a result yesterday, but when we don't get results here, the next day there's leaks coming out. It's like Old Trafford, right? Really, like leaks full of piss. Like, listen, yeah. I don't know, man. This club still leaking out information. Somebody's being investigating that club, you know. Whoever's leaking those things out, man, that is, yeah. But listen, Ten Hag's torn into the players at dressing room. Yeah, it doesn't excite me because he should be. I would literally scream at their faces. You just bottled a 3-0 lead with 20 minutes to go. Like, who do you think you are? The players getting paid $350,000 per week, walking around. Listen, I'm not ranting here, but we'll get on to that. Money. Man City 1-0 against Chelsea. Do you think it was deserved? Do you think the handball from Grealish should have been awarded a penalty? What do you think?
Horace, listen, you know that I never really was focusing too much on that, and I think you know, Hanno did say that VAR checked it in the background. I don't even know if I saw that incident, to be honest. I think it was a case of, you know, City just boring their way to a win. Chelsea did have some chances though, and they should have really been a little bit more ruthless in front of goal. But again, the lack of quality in the final third is really
clinical enough.
Exactly, that lack of quality and clinicality has really, you know, hurt them. You can't keep depending on Cole Palmer to, you know, save you every single damn time. Sooner or later, Nicky Jackson, you got to pull your weight. And yet, because he had that big hat trick at the Tottenham Stadium, giving Pochettino an amazing win against his former employers, people think that, you know, he can do it. But Jackson is also proving to be a little bit.
So you could say he didn't have a thriller, man, and he was pretty bad in the end. Jackson, wasn't he?
You bet. The fact that he's earning a great deal of money, that really makes him a smooth criminal.
But well done. Nice one, man.
Thank you very much indeed. You know me by now, Steve. You know me by now, and I know you.
He should be looking at the man in the mirror, shouldn't he? Now to see what.
You bet. But you know. Again, it's a question of again, it's a question of Chelsea not really taking their opportunities, and I now do feel at least slightly more confident. And it's a good time to bring Hanno in and say this: I am actually now feeling.
Oh, he's got again.
Yep. This is a time for me to say I am actually quite confident now that Arsenal should be able to beat Chelsea. But if we muck it up, that's our title race done. And beware. I will say this though: beware the wounded Chelsea. Just when you think that they're down and out, They come back and they surprise you.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Big up. Hano, how you doing, mate?
Yeah, man.
You're on mute.
He's mute for a start.
Yeah. Like Chelsea fans.
Looking at that score, isn't it?
Come on, I'll meet that button, mate. Okay, I think he's doing something, but listen, yeah, I think that's about it, really. I think City, you know what? Yeah, fair play. We have you in the final. I don't listen. Let's see if we turn up, man, because we better get revenge on these lot, man. How dare we let them score 15 seconds? What was it, 14 seconds or 15 seconds last season? So, yeah, but they don't have Gundogan anymore. But they still got the players to beat us. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So
Coventry, Coventry, Coventry,
City.
You pipe up eventually.
Listen, you bowled against City, mate.
It's gone quiet again, then.
Gone quiet.
and foremost.
Gone quiet. You got Nicholas Jackson. What's going on?
We didn't bottle it. We just missed chances. Miss Jackson Jackson asked, how many chances should I miss, Miss Jackson? And that was awful. But don't tell me Sean Mills scores those goals. If it was United or
Sean
even
who?
in Bremer, I don't think he
Sean
scores
who?
it.
Oh, okay.
Sean Mills,
Ah,
that
that's
acne fraud up front for United.
yeah. Chill out, man. People do have acne these days, you know. Like, listen, my striker might have acne, but your manager's crying, mate. This is what he's saying. Crying, mate. Crying, yeah. I don't care if that was at Tottenham, but listen.
Well, Cappuccino, right?
Not my
Also, had
Chelsea.
it in the hands. It was all in the hands, as Don Robbie said. Listen, like, what went wrong, Hannah? What went
They were
wrong?
crying in the car park, weren't they, Hannah? Crying in the car park.
Can't box my ass. But yeah, I think you hit a nail on the head, arrest. That was probably Poch's best performance tactically.
But he set up, yeah, of course, yeah.
Yeah, best performance, and I think the players' best performance in a while as well. Just we couldn't finish out there now.
So does that confirm that you're poaching now, yeah?
No, 1 out of
Why not?
50 plus games.
Give him the
No.
new contract, lifetime contract. Like, he deserves it.
Unlike your team, when your team loses or gets an embarrassing win against a team it should be beating, I want my manager sacked like he lost against Middlesbrough. But of course, you guys do it differently over there in Manchester. You'll keep your manager even if he loses 7-0 to his dearest rivals. Madness.
Yeah, and you keep managers that you spent $1 billion and drawn to Sheffield away. Yeah.
And
But anyway,
yeah.
we're not going far because we both have shit managers, so we're not going far into this topic. So, next game. I mean, listen, I thought Mr. B discussed this early, but whoever's knows to go first, admin, yeah, come outside, mate. Like, what an embarrassment to me. Oh, we think that the referees are losing fans. Listen, I hate whether it's fans, clubs, managers that blame officials. You know, that's what gets to my head. Because listen, I'm a manager myself, yeah, but officials, yeah, should be coming last in your mind. Yeah, it's about how you play and the chances you get. You don't take them. That's your fault, not the official's fault. Let's say if I miss a tapping, yeah. Well, do I blame the referee because he was breathing next to me, or I don't know what he was doing next to me?
Blame yourself for missing it.
For me, not to come first, yeah. I know you should have had there was that few incidents. Fair play, because the handball and the other incident, I think that they had like 3 penalty incidents. But listen,
all Ashley Young, by the way.
By the way,
Ashley Young.
oh my God, who saw that tweet? Yeah, today Ashley Young put out saying, let me. He was saying, "Oh, I'm listening to a song today, and it's called hang on a minute, give me 1 sec, guys. And it's called Cry Me a River." He was listening to Cry Me a River, so that was funny, man. I was laughing at that, but this bit house roof I'm in, mate. But
Justin Timberlake.
but listen, Everton, fair play, good win for you guys. I thought massive 3 points for Sean Dyche's team, but Forest, listen, I'm sorry about that. You lot are shameless, man. Shameless. They got Mark Clattenburg as their referee analyst.
Yeah, see that? I see him in the crowd. Yeah.
Embarrassing, man. You might as well get him in the dressing room, eh? But
yeah, old Battenberg, call him.
Yeah, Battenberg. Manny, your thoughts on this game? Do you think we're not supposed to right to be complaining about the officials?
I don't think you've done streams with me long enough to know that I always say that any team who sees it fit to complain about the officials, they're really undergoing a case of sour grapes. Having said that, I do get why people despise Anthony Taylor as a referee, and of course, Hanno will have poor memories, of course, of that 2020 FA Cup
No,
final.
no, don't talk about that guy. He literally gave a red card for a foul that somebody else made. He gave a red card to us for a foul. Was it who made that foul, man? You remember who made it? I think it was.
Yeah, I can look back on the highlights, but I wasn't going to talk too much more about that. And I will also say this: for Ashley Young to do what he did, mate, have some shame. Yeah. You've played you played at the top level for so many years. You were, of course, a part of our team that reached the semi-finals of the World Cup. You were our first choice left back out of Danny Rose. And for you to do that on 3 occasions, you did have some stonewall penalties. It was also interesting to watch the Weekend Wrap program on the Premier League channel. And just so you know, we get our feed of the Premier League from the Premier League channel. So Chris Foy was sitting in the studio with the anchor, Manish Sone, I think his name is, and there were Jermaine Defoe and Don Hutchison with him in the studio. And Foy was actually saying that, the first penalty shout for the foul on Gio Reyna wasn't really a penalty because Reyna was, kind of milking it with his reaction. And, Taylor was perfectly within his right not to give that. Again, you've seen penalties like that given, and you've got to be a little bit more consistent. I don't think Young got the ball there. The second one, the penalty shout, again, you also saw Adam Smith being given, having a penalty given against him by Manchester United. Against Manchester United. Norris will remember that. Another game which United, in my opinion, were very lucky to have taken a point from because Bournemouth proved twice this season that they were the better team than them.
His arm,
yeah,
didn't
it did hit his arm, and I'm going to come to that, Steve. It did hit his arm, and his arm was away from the body. Now, a lot of people are going to say, that because it was deflected onto Smith's arm, he should never have been penalized. But again, as any defender worth his salt will know, that if you raise your arm out, you are pretty much putting yourself at risk for having a penalty given against you. So I told myself that with Smith being Bournemouth's longest serving player with well over 300 appearances for the Cherries, he really should have known better. And it could very well be that he might not be at the Cherries this season because Iriola plans on giving Max Aarons a lot more games, although maybe he could stay on for one more season as a backup and or a squad player, but we'll see how that goes. But
what was the difference between that and the Young one? What was the difference between them?
There was no difference. I'm coming to that. That's a segue into that. It's a segue into that because if you have your arm out like this, as Ashley Young did, and the ball hits your arm, I'm sorry, but you can't feign ignorance and saying, "I didn't mean to do it, ref." Where do you expect my arms to be?
Yeah, exactly.
Cut it out. A bloke like him who's played so. Yeah, I mean, Oris will remember, Young played so many games for Manchester United. He had a couple of spells with Aston Villa. Now he's at Everton. And, he has been a good servant to those clubs and also did well for England. But I think, his career is winding down and he knows that he was very, very lucky. And Chris Foy did say that the third penalty shout where he fouled Hudson-Odoi in the box, former Chelsea boy Hudson-Odoi, I should say. You know, that also should have been had a penalty given. And Stuart Atwell deserves criticism here because he should have looked at that and determined that Young didn't get any contact with the ball. He clipped Hudson-Odoi from behind. So for Young to, rub it in like that, I thought that was absolutely that was poor form. I really have to say that. And for him to do it was absolutely disgusting. Don't get me wrong. I would say that Everton perhaps on balance were the better team, and I will clarify that it was Idrissa Gueye and Dwight McNeil who scored the goals.
First one,
So they took their advantages, and McNeil's strike from outside the area was a thing of beauty and a joy forever, as Mary Poppins would say. So you should say that on the balance of things, I think Everton proved themselves to be the better team. For Forest to come out with that particular statement and say, to accuse the referee of being a Luton fan and having loyalties like that, I'm sorry, but that is absolutely poor form. But there has been, of course, an update on the situation, and I think a report has come out on BBC Sport where the PGMOL are actually asking for audio from that particular game. And Forest asked PGMOL to release the audio from the Everton game, and I will just briefly read the.
That's what I was on about earlier, Manny. I was saying about that earlier. That's what I see it happened. Yeah,
exactly. The audio between officials will be released publicly, and the FA has also asked Forest manager Nuno Santo, defender Neco Williams, and analyst Mark Clattenburg for their observations as a result of their post-match comments. And it was But surprisingly, if they were that angry about the performance, why didn't they ask for Stuart Atwell to be taken off assistant referee duties for their match? And apparently they're saying that they had warned the PGMOL about this, and it's really I'm going to say this right now, that the referees have done an absolutely dreadful job this particular season, they really only have themselves to blame for the controversies that have been taking place this particular season. They have to get their act together, but you just think that they won't, because the referees, the Premier League loves the controversy. It sells, and you're going to have people coming back to watch it every single week because they just can't get enough of it. I will say right now that for various reasons, I will not be tuning in to watch the FA Cup final. I think a combination of so many reasons, but going back to this one, I just think Forest have handled this really, really badly. We'll see if some form of retroactive justice will be done, but in the end, they've got themselves to blame. And themselves
they complained after, the game against us. You remember that thing with Tony with the free kick and all that? I mean, they probably had a right for that. That was probably wrong. But, at the end of the day, you can't keep moaning about everything and crying over spilt milk, I know it's terrible decisions, but, you got to accept it at the end of the day, haven't you? So
absolutely. And if you remember, Steve, they said they made similar complaints when Liverpool beat them at the City ground with that breathlessly late goal from Darwin Núñez. And there is, of course, a Forest fan. Shout out to the long-haired Yeti, of course. He was pretty much saying it, why don't you just boot the ball into row Z? Why do you have to faff about with it? At the end of the day, that you're going to get some controversy with the referees. All you can do is control what you can control, and that's pretty much the way it goes.
Exactly, yeah.
100%. Yeah. Cool. Let's have the next one, which we have is we're gonna quickly skim through these because obviously of timing stuff. But Villa did win 3-1 against Bournemouth. They were obviously 1-0 down, but came up and won it 3-1. Listen, Villa needed this because of the Champions League thing that they're trying to get top 4. I think that's secured. Well, I think for Manchester United side, they only need 2 more points and then we'll be automatically out for top 4. So we can't get top 4. Basically, Villa's on 66 points now. They have to get 68 for us not to be in top 4. So they'll easily get, I don't know, they won't lose all their games left. So they'll probably draw some and win some. But yeah, I think that's Villa top 4 confirmed for them. It's going to be interesting to see how they do in Champions League now. So next season, with the big league. But Manny, over to you. What do you make of this game?
Unai Emery masterclass once again. I'll tell you what, though, I was a little bit worried because, obviously given their European exertions in the win over Lille, I was thinking that maybe he'd rest a few players. I was thinking that maybe he'd rest Martinez and bring Robin Olsen in so that he'd get some game time prior to the semi-final first leg at Villa Park because, of course, Martinez would be suspended. And I was worried about, Ezri Konsa, Matthew Cash and a few other players who exerted themselves. But, he's got a bit of a thin squad. And, earlier on, Bournemouth were literally bossing them in a way because Kluivert, Solanke and company were just, running in and causing quite a few problems. Martinez had a brilliant save from Kluivert, sticking out that big left hand of his to prevent that from, going in. And, of course, it came right out. And then, of course, Matthew Cash with a poor foul on Milos Kerkis, the left back who was playing left midfielder. Worked really well. Fine penalty from Dominic Solanke. High into the corner. Martinez went the right way. He was never getting there. But, Villa have shown why under Emery they've become the best counter-attacking team in the league, really. And, once they absorbed a bit more pressure, they started creating more of their own. Their passing from the back with the likes of Watkins and Bailey leading the way was, I thought, absolutely magnificent. Morgan Rogers, what a buy he was. And Bournemouth have just shown that for all of their attacking endeavour, their defence is what will effectively let them down. But if Iraola can address that and get some more solidity into the back line, Bournemouth could also spring a few more surprises next season. And that he certainly proved why he was the right man to replace Gary O'Neill at Bournemouth. But as for Unai Emery, what an amazing week he's had with the club. And, it all started from him, coming back to his former stomping ground and giving Arsene Arteta a footballing lesson. I'm always going to say that he was the right manager who joined our club at the wrong time. But any Arsenal fans who see it fit to disrespect him, in the words of your current manager, who you love so much, shut your mouth and eat it.
Eat it.
Yeah, Mr. B, any thoughts you have on this game?
I thought obviously Villa deserved this. They really played well again, and I don't think Watkins was playing. Was he in this one?
He was, mate.
Oh, was he out?
He was.
Was he playing? Oh, right.
He didn't. He didn't score, but he had 2 assists.
Yeah, but he's quality, that guy. But there we go. I mean, I think it was really good. No clean sheet for Martinez there, Manny, unfortunately. But
it was a penalty. You can't do much about it.
No, but we know what he's like with penalties. He's got history and form on that, hasn't he? The penalties. So all that business at the crowd, that dance and all that at the crowd.
I said it in the group. I said, sorry to cut you there, cut in there, Steve. I said it in the group chat. He may be a bit of a pork chop at times, but unlike Anthony, you won't see him cupping his ears at the players. He will commiserate with them. And those Lille fans were literally giving him dog's abuse.
Yeah, that's good.
But I thought it was a good win for Villa. I'll definitely get in Champions League now. Both by the looks of it. It was them and Spurs at one stage, and Spurs have dropped out of it now, so they ain't going to get it. So I think good for Bournemouth, though. It looks like they're in safety and everything, so they're fine. What more can Solanke do? I think he keeps scoring, and he's got to get in that England team, surely. But don't look like he will he? He'll be behind Watkins and everything, and Kane and even Tony, probably. He'll be behind all those. So,
mate, listen, Tony has pretty much been ruled out of contention. He hasn't been playing, as you know. So if Southgate decides to take a few more strikers, you could see Solanke in there.
I'd like to, man. I think he's good enough, mate. I do think he's good enough. Getting goals, so that's all you can do, isn't it? He's doing what he can. So, move on to Anno now. See what he thinks about it.
Hello, mate. What do you think?
It was. I said 2-2 in this game, and I feel like Bournemouth could have gone into could have banished Villa because of tightness, but just couldn't really create anything of worth. So again, a good defensive performance from Villa, and they got the goals that are there. And Watkins on fire. Speaking on Watkins, let me just quickly check my fantasy how he did. I haven't checked in a bit. How did he do for me? Got 9 points. So thank you, Watkins, for that. So yeah. Oh, seems like he's gone. So let's move into the midweek games, and the first one. I don't. Anyone else got anything to add?
I think we also
really.
have. I think we
mate.
got to discuss. We'll just briefly discuss Crystal Palace, West Ham, and Fulham and Liverpool. But when it comes to Palace and West Ham, I don't think there's very much to say. I think West Ham
I'll be shocked
obviously.
to this.
Palace, Oliver Glasner at the
You saw this coming, though. You saw it coming. I didn't. I think I had West Ham to win. I think I had West Ham 2-1 or something. Or
I said
no,
3-1
might have been a draw. I don't know. Might have been a draw, but no. Who'd have thought that?
Be up to Mateta. FBL drop for legend. Be up, Mateta.
Hey, Mateta is better than Arteta. Let's be honest. So,
you could. Hakuna Mateta.
So yeah.
But yeah, it's a bit of a shocker for West Ham.
Liverpool were comfortable, really.
I'd Fulham to beat Liverpool. I couldn't believe that. I thought, well,
I said they
Liverpool
draw.
back on it again, didn't they?
I said
Liverpool have done well in succeeding where Arsenal failed, and obviously, with the TAA and Diogo Jota coming back, they look a stronger team again. I still don't think they're going to do enough to, catch City or even Arsenal. But maybe they'll have a strong end to the season. And watch out for Glasner, because I'll tell you one thing: Aston Villa's, fourth place is not all secure because they have to travel to Selhurst Park on the final day of the season. And I tell you what, the way Glasner has been working with his team, we could see, Palace providing a few more surprises and really, in some ways, becoming a force next season if they can get some better players in. Because for the most part, they are still a two-man team, Eze and Elise. Yeah. If they can have a squad renewal, that would be good. And maybe as a shock idea, we could see Mario Götze coming over to Palace. He worked with Glasner when they won the Europa League. It could happen.
Yeah, when he gets his proper stamp on the team of his, imprint of his own team, his own side, you can see what they're going to be about next season. About it, he is a proper team next season, wouldn't it, Glasner? So
you bet.
Will he be able to keep hold of Elise and Eze and all that? Can he keep hold of them? That's the big question, isn't
it? Yeah.
I think he should, Steve, because they're going to enjoy playing under him. Orest?
Yeah, I was going to say, we'll see. We'll see what they do with him. But, yeah. Palace, when was the last time they actually scored 5 goals, man? Like, can someone actually tell me when the last time that they scored 5 goals? Because, mate, Oliver Glasner, man, his system is working well with Palace, man. Like, I told you guys, the way they played at Anfield was unbelievable. Unbelievable football.
They Klopp crying there, didn't they?
Yeah, man. Glasner probably had the light bulbs out in the dressing room, so that's the work. So but West Ham for me, I don't know, man. I think they're probably they still look knackered from that game against Bayer Leverkusen. So I don't know, man. Like David Moyes, there's rumors that they're gonna get Amorim now. What? Moyes? The thing is, I think I'm gonna sign Olise. Something tells me that my club, Manchester United, they're gonna get Olise because we're actually looking for him. Apparently, he's on our target list. So, yeah, I wouldn't mind him, but the price that Palace demand for is absolutely outrageous. But yeah, I mean they're gonna have to up the price because they are good, very good players. So yeah, but yeah, Hannah, do you want to add your thoughts on this game? Palace gonna be Fiav or
Yeah, no, I gave my thoughts on this.
Yeah, he's already said
okay,
that.
that's fine.
Yeah,
Cool.
yeah, we all went through this then.
That's
And
fine.
then the Fulham one.
Fulham won. Okay, so
Yeah,
Liverpool
Irish
won.
was sleeping, weren't you, mate? Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, it's just predictions.
I was calling Ton Hog on the phone, not worry, man. But yeah, Fulham won, Liverpool 3. Yeah, I mean, I thought Fulham was gonna do something before.
So did I. I thought
Obviously,
Fulham
we did say, Mr. B, we did say to Barney that Fulham 2-1 win, but yeah, I mean they didn't get a win, but fair play Liverpool. I mean, Jota looks like he was a very big miss for them. Sorry, excuse me, but they will make you yawn. That's why. But yeah, I mean, it's important. Liverpool needs to stop winning games now because it's important for their title race. But yeah, good win for Liverpool for me. Anyone else wants to? I dare say they won't get
quality that Trent free kick, wasn't it? That free kick was brilliant, man.
Yeah, good free kick. Yeah,
free kick.
Money.
Nothing much to say. Liverpool showed more seriousness and application than they did against Crystal Palace, and they were rewarded with that win, and they succeeded where the likes of Arsenal have failed. So this title race isn't over by any means.
No,
Liverpool are still very much in it. Liverpool are still very much in it.
Yep, definitely.
100%, 100%. Hannah, do you want to say anything?
No, nothing really.
Yeah, I mean, who would want to talk about Liverpool? I mean, listen, Jota. I knew myself that Jota, when it comes to Diego Jota, when he gets injured, he is a big miss because they play Darwin Ford Nunes up there, and yeah, so unless Nunes, I know he's getting the goals right, but there's the chances that he's missing that is embarrassing, man. So yeah, but time to get into predictions now. We've got a lot of games to get through, so hopefully we can do this quickly. But tomorrow night we do have the Arsenal versus Chelsea. And you know what? They're gonna do this. Arsenal gonna do this huddle. Zinchenko's gonna say, "Come in, lads! Come in, lads!" And he's gonna bring the huddle. We are Arsenal, yeah. Today is our day, yeah. 3 points, nothing else. Vamos! Yeah, and then they're gonna play that club anthem that talks about, poverty and drugs, and also fans sing to that. So, yeah, Manny, over to you. You're the host team. Are you confident of being Mauricio Pochettino's side?
3-1.
Oh,
and you can clip me if it all goes wrong. The problem is I predicted. I predicted a 3-1 when we hosted Aston Villa, and that went completely to pot. I'm confident though that this Chelsea team won't let me down.
They won't let you down, so you're backing Arteta to win this tomorrow. We love it. We love it. Hanno, what about you, mate?
Chelsea friend.
This game is a tough one to call because Gusto and Palmer are doubts. I think Gusto is out. Palmer is at doubt. Without Palmer, 3-1 like Manny, but with Palmer, 2-2.
Is he actually a doubt? Yeah.
Yeah, he's a doubt. Is he?
Wow, that's unbelievable.
So I think you're saying you're one man team then, Hanno. Let's be honest with you.
Yeah. But Poch is very confident. Poch is very confident. I like his confidence.
Oh, yeah. And just as Unai Emery was confident, we all know how that went. And Mudryk to score Chelsea's goal.
Mudryk.
Enough. Hanno, what's your score prediction?
Down the way.
Hanno, what's your score prediction?
3-1 with Palmer, without Palmer, 2-2 with Palmer. So take it what you want.
Fair enough, Mr. B. What are you thinking?
Yeah, well, I was going to say, I wonder if they can lift themselves here, Chelsea, after that defeat the other day. But I mean, you can't rule them out, surely, because they want to come back now after all that, and you got to obviously try and cement a position in the Premier, like top 10 or whatever. Could you still get 9th or 8th, Fano, or something like that?
Well, Mr. B, let me quickly tell you the table. So West Ham don't play midweek. We've got United against Sheffield up to Sheffield. And Newcastle got Palace away. So and we're 3 points behind Newcastle. Hopefully Palace do us a favour. Then we'll be equal on points with Newcastle. United probably go beat Sheffield, so they will go into 6th. Then we will be 8th. So yeah, because West Ham not playing. So
Chelsea
there is a
fans
chance
saying
of 6th, but
Palmer's
the
out.
position is being consistent.
Because
Okay, mate.
My prediction, I'm saying 2-1 Arsenal. I'm going to keep it the same as I said on the score predictions. So yeah, 2-1 Arsenal. Mr. B?
I didn't give my prediction.
Yeah, sorry, I was going to,
yeah, hold on, man. Give me a chance. Yeah, I was getting to it. I was just seeing with Hanno if they could get any better than they are, positioned than they are, but doubt it. But yeah, I don't know. Chelsea could come back here. I mean, you can't rule them out. I'm going to go. You know what? I'm going to go a draw for this. I'm going to go 1-1.
Fair enough, man. And just some Arsenal news. Urian Timber is starting for the under-21s for Arsenal tonight. So, yeah. Bit of news for you, Manny. So, yeah, he should be fit soon. But, yeah.
Yeah, Vance has gone for a Desmond there.
Yeah, fair enough.
And he's also given you a message, Mr. B.
Yeah, I saw that, man. Yeah, I did see that. Yeah.
Wolves, Bournemouth, Manny.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm actually going to go for a Wolves win here because I think I told you, as much as Bournemouth are a wonderful attacking side, defensively they just don't seem to be able to get it together really, and Wolves will obviously be smarting from that defeat to Arsenal. I don't know if they'll have any of their players back in time, but they should be able to do the double over Areola's boys. 2-1.
Areola's friends. My score prediction, I'm going to say 2-0 Wolves, Mr. B.
Yeah, I'm going to go Wolves as well, you know. I'm going to actually go 3-1 Wolves. I'm going.
Gary and Neil, friends. Hannah,
I don't know. Let me look at the data.
Data.
Yes. Let's look. Wolves have not won in the Premier League.
Hannah's too young to watch that anyway. But anyways, continue. Yeah.
Wolves haven't won in the Premier League in their last 5 games. So I went Bournemouth in the last 3. Bournemouth 1 away win at the Molyneux in the last 7 games. Was last season. So based off that, I will go 1-1 draw.
Fair enough, man. 1-1. Manny? Oh no, sorry, you're in the game. Sorry, yeah, sorry. Mr. B, what did you say? Yeah, you said 3-1.
Oh, sorry, but I had 3-1 Wolves. I still think Wolves got too much room. Yeah.
Wolves, friends. Right, next game we do have is Palace versus. Oh, this is a good game, you know. Palace versus Newcastle. What?
Oh yeah, tasty one.
Ooh, what a game, man. I want to go last with this, so let's go to Mr. B first. What do you think?
Right. I don't know here. It's on the way Palace are going, though. You never can rule them out here again, the way they're going. Could they get another good win here? They're at home again. Yeah. You can't still rule out Newcastle as well. They're going well again. So I'm going to go 2-1 Newcastle. It's going to be close, tight, but 2-1 Newcastle.
Yeah, so Oris says he's going last. Hanno, what about you, son?
3-2 Palace.
Cool.
Well, you know what? Tickle me pink, but that's exactly the prediction that I'm going for. 3-2 Palace. I think Glasner's really got them firing, and Newcastle will give them a tough fight. Isak and company will be determined to score. There will be goals in this game, and I think Palace will just edge it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm still going with Newcastle.
What's the next game? Next game on the agenda. Merseyside. Merseyside derby.
Everton and Liverpool, yeah. Who's going first here? Who's going?
Yeah.
Eeny, miny, mo. I'll go first. Liverpool don't usually draw there, but it's a difficult one. Liverpool did rest a few players for this game. I'm going 2-1.
Well, Chelsea fans going 4-1 Liverpool. He's gone Chelsea fan.
4-1, jeez.
Yeah. Could be, you know. Could be.
Yeah, maybe with Jota back, they will start taking more of their chances. You never know. I'm going to go for a 3-0. Clean sheet for Alisson Becker and an impressive Merseyside derby win. I know that Everton will want to, ensure that they do not heavily lose their final Merseyside derby at Goodison Park, but I just can't see it happening. Liverpool are now starting to really, they're going to make sure that they, I wouldn't say humming again, but they're going to make sure that they really take this to the end.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to go 3-1 Liverpool here. I think Everton will just get one, nick one, consolation. So 3-1.
Okay, interesting. Chelsea fan says 2-0 Newcastle, 3-1 Palace, and 4-1 Liverpool. So 3-1 Palace by football bands. Madness 3-1. Hopefully it does turn out.
Is there another one? One more this week? Or?
I think should we do it? Yeah, there's one more, but that's United against Sheffield.
Oh, of course, yeah.
And then Brighton City as well.
Oh, Brighton City.
We'll save the best for last. The rest to go last on this one. Then let's go with money.
4-1 Manchester United.
Ooh, short and simple. Mr. B.
I'm going to go. I'm not going to go that much. I'm going to go 3-0 United against Sheffield United.
Okay. I'm going to go for a scrappy 2-0 United win. Yeah. Well. Let's have a look at the data. We've got time. Sheffield United, last game they played at Old Trafford, they won 2-1 in 2021, I believe. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer
4 years ago?
3 years ago.
3 years ago.
3 years ago. So maybe Chris Wilder was probably still their manager back then. But yeah.
As long as they don't blow a 3-0 lead again, United, don't want to do that again, do they? Our bounce has gone 6-0 Sheffield United. I like that one.
I'm here. Sorry, guys. Sorry. Someone called me. But yeah, I'm back.
See what
What
bounce
did I
has got
miss?
there.
What did I miss? Hang on a minute. Palace Newcastle. I said, I'm going to say 2-1. 3-2 Palace. And then Everton Liverpool, I'm going to go with 2-1 Liverpool. Oh, great. I came in the perfect time. Wow.
Yeah.
Very nice Sheffield.
Yeah, we've all done
Brilliant.
our predictions, mate. We've all done ours.
What did you guys say? What did you guys say?
I went 3-0 United. Man
Okay.
United days.
Well, Manny, what did you say as well?
4-1.
All right.
Oh, he's my friend.
I despise the in-betweeners.
Oh, he's my friend. Oh, friend.
But yeah,
why don't you like it, Manny? It's good. It's funny.
Yeah.
If I say what I want to say, I could get in trouble, so I don't want to say it.
I prefer not to speak.
Yeah.
Yes, I prefer not to
Sheffield
speak.
United to beat Man United 6-0. Nice one. Won't be surprised, eh? Man United 3-0 says Chelsea fan, Liverpool 4-1, Chelsea fan 3 on Palace's football bench. Listen, we're at home. Huge pressure on Ten Hag now. I don't care when the FA Cup final. There's pressure now. The performances is unacceptable. Yeah, that McTominay fraud should not be starting Wednesday night. Yeah, don't care whether he scored. Don't care whether he scored, but he can't put in a tackle. So my friend Eric Ten Hag, leave the Dutch weed you've been smoking, put the correct lineup out. Yeah, play some youngsters. Actually put in the effort in a shirt. Thank you very much. But listen, Ten Hag, man. Listen, Ten Hag friends. I am not friends with Ten Hag. Definitely not. But but in terms of the lineup, oh no, not obviously go back full. I would start Louis Jackson that we have, academy centre back. So he was on the bench, so I would start him. Why not, man? Just start him up. Him and Maguire, Dalot on Bissaka, Casemiro, Mainu, and then I swear to God, if Rashford starts, I'm going to be fuming. I am going to be fuming. That was limping as well, man. He's in the Bukayo Saka part 2. Rashford friend.
He's my friend.
So listen, for me, for the front three should be on that show, Højlund and Amad Diallo. No excuses. And in terms of score prediction, 1-0 to Manchester United, and it's going to be very, very lucky. So yeah, let's see what Chris Wilder has got for us at Old Trafford. Yeah, should be fun. Should be fun.
Chelsea too.
Let's see if we don't concede 20 shots, but 20 shots.
He's my friend.
But yeah, last game that we do have, it is Brighton versus Manchester City, which Arsenal fans will be a Seagulls fan on that day. You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna keep it real. I'm gonna keep the same what I said. I'm gonna say 1-1, a draw. I really do see a draw here, and that's gonna be huge. Look at Manny's face. That's gonna be huge for Arsenal Football Club. Huge. So yeah, 1. That's only if you guys win tomorrow, by the way. But 1-1 for me. I think Brighton got this. So, yeah. Manny, your score prediction.
I probably, this is of course the sort of game where you would expect City, a shock for City, but I just can't see it happening. I think the loss of the Champions League has pretty much steeled them to make sure that they do not bottle this league campaign, given that it's tighter than ever. They overhauled us last season, 8 points behind. I really don't see them showing this Brighton team any mercy. And people talk about how Ten Hag is a fraud. The Zerbi also is very much hot and cold. Yes and no, in and out, up and down. And yeah, this could, however, have the potential to be a rather tight win. And for City, they will have some scares. I'll go for a 2-1 win for City. It'll be tight.
2-1 win, fair enough, Mr. B.
Yeah, I'm actually going to go 2-0 City. I mean, City, I'm going for 2-0.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, all fans will be Brighton fans. They'll be sickle friends. But yeah, Hannah, your score prediction for this game? Hannah,
he's mute.
You're mute.
Another
You're
1-0
mute,
to
friends. So what was it? Sorry.
1-0 City.
1-0 City. Fair enough. But listen, that's been the end of the stream. It's been a long one. But yeah, we delved into it. Finally, I actually done a review. So, woo, review, friends. Let's go. But yeah, let me double check if I get copyright. I might try to find another video because Channel 4 is on the top left. So if they copyright me, boom. Yeah. But yeah, it's been a good one. We're gonna get people to shout out their socials quickly, but first of all, I'm gonna do myself. But Oris Football on YouTube. I'm gonna keep it quickly short, nice for you guys. YouTube Oris Football. If you haven't already, subscribe. If you're new, like the video. Another stream on Friday, same time, 8 p.m. UK time. Again, Instagram Oris Football and TikTok Oris Football. Where can we find you?
Another friend. Yeah, this is Steve for Life 182. This is Steve for Life 182. This is me, Ivor Football Chat. And obviously, I've got my debate show coming out tomorrow.
Debate show,
which is going to talk. I'm going to talk about a lot about the FA Cup. So I'll be discussing probably United and everything again, and whatever else. So Oris, if you want to jump on, mate, you're welcome. And
what time is this?
Danny, of course. I think it'll be about 5, around 5 o'clock maybe. Yeah. So anyway, guys, yeah, thanks for having me on again, Oris, and Manny and Hanno. Cheers, guys. Thanks for that. Cheers. Come on, you
friend. No. All right. Manny, big up to you. Love the in-betweeners, but where can we find you?
Well, people can find me here on Oris Talks Football, having to put up with more of Oris shenanigans, but I do enjoy being here. It is some good fun, and I learned to cope with it. Shab, big up to Oris for organising this stream. Hope your six-a-side game goes well tonight, son. And also find me on the Coach's Corner. I've got my host with the most, Hanno Trollope, on the panel with me. We should be doing a few watch-alongs again very soon, but I hope he had a good weekend this past 2 days. Big up as well to Mr. B. You can catch me on his channels as well, the Mr. B Talks England Cricket one, and also the Ivor Football Debate Show. I will try and join tomorrow if I possibly can, and I will let you know about that, definitely. Also, big up to Del Boy Gunner TV, and also Up the Cherries in all departments, where we will be discussing the Villa Bournemouth game and also the semi-final and several other issues. I would recommend that you do try and watch that, because it's a little bit like an old-fashioned Satan Greavesy style show. Steve, you will definitely remember that. Two fine personalities. Lord rest their souls. They before the days of the Premier League and Sky, they were the ones who really knew how to make football on TV so palatable, and that's why ITV always had the best football coverage, I think. And also, I mentioned them. Also, catch me on Rich Sports Football United. You can catch me there. I will be going on Nipun Sharma's podcast tomorrow to talk about the Arsenal-Chelsea game. So NS Sports TV, you can catch me there too. And also Northside LDN, AFC Talk Show TV, and quite a few other channels that I don't really have the ability to name because my brain's a bit fried. I've also got the IPL on, Rajasthan creaming Mumbai, and a good day for both of us, Steve.
Yes.
And also catch me on my socials. Manny Thungatherai 1981 on Instagram and Threads, Thungatherai 1981 on Twitter. And nothing much more to say except if we can't agree to disagree on anything without being disagreeable, there's no point in having a discussion. So treat each other the way that you'd like to be treated. Avoid ridiculous banter and snide and being disrespectful. And you can have a little bit of fun, but do not make it personal at other people's expense. And that's really all I'm going to say. Take care of yourselves. Enjoy the rest of your week. Don't do anything that the panel and I wouldn't do. For now, though, farewell to thee. Goodbye and God bless to all of you.
Yeah, big up to yourself, Manny. Always appreciate joining. And last but not least, Mr. Trollip, Mr. AK Coca-Cola.
Yeah, big up for having me on. Yeah, on YouTube, Coach's Corner, Instagram, Hanu_Coach_Corner, and Twitter, Hanu_Coach Corner. Then a stream of True Gunner, aka Josh. If you guys want to go check that out on his channel. And then I'll probably release my midweek predictions later tonight. So yeah, of course, massive game. Arsenal, Chelsea, up to Chelsea. Easy W, easy dubs. If Palmer plays,
Yeah.
One-man team, Scholes Football Club, CFC.
Yeah, man. Arsenal versus Chelsea friends. But listen, big up 3 of you for joining. I know it was an early one, but actually Mondays I got 6 sides I play. So yeah, another stream this Friday. I'll probably make a match reaction on Wednesday. I don't know. Maybe it might be a short one, short 15 minutes. But listen, if I'm fuming, then I won't do one because I'll probably get age restricted. So listen, maybe I'll save it for Friday. But yeah, for now, take care. See you on Friday.
Oh, friend. Please be my friend.
Yeah. I'm from the middle finger, I'm from the east side. You don't see it. This still on. Yeah. Break City. Yeah. Leaks. Always shit.
Oh, friend. Please be my friend. Oh, friend.